just ignore this, what I've written on the board. It takes so much time to write while going the video on. So I thought to write before only. So just ignore this. Magnetic effect of electric current. Magnetic effect of electric current. So there will be a relation between electric current and magnetic effects. I mean magnetic field. Okay, before we dive into this concept or into this chapter, let us learn what is the relation between magnetic field and the electric current here. Okay, we are very familiar with the electric current. We studied it very well. Even offline and online, I explained this twice, I think. So we all are very clear with that concept, I think. Right. So here we know the circuit diagram, right? We know the circuit diagram of a electric current. So used to show the direction of a current also, isn't it? So what happened here? How you find the magnetic field? Let us see that one. The scientist's name, it is Hans Christian Oster. In the year of 1777 to 1851 and 19th century. Okay. So what he did, he was doing some experiment himself in the lab with the electric current. Okay. Unknowingly, near the electric circuit, some compass was there. Unknowingly, near the electric circuit where he was doing experiments, nearby that one compass will be there. Okay, was there. So what happened when he started to do some experiment? When he started to do some experiment means what here? He started to find out the values of a emitter, voltmeter, applying the some current into the circuit here. When he started to take the readings, when he started to allow some current into the circuits, at that time, unknowingly, the compass which was there nearby the circuit was started to do some movement there. It was started to do some movement. Okay, he found that very interesting, that one. What is the relation between then electric current and this compass box that is made up of a magnet, right? Yeah, what will be the relation between those two then? So what he did, he repeated the experiment, he repeated the this one particular thing again and again, and they started to check how the compass is started to move and what way it is going to move here. Clear. So what he did again the same experiment one more time, and again he found that one there will be some movement in the compass which is nearby the circuit there. Okay. So next what he did, after that he changed the direction of a current. What he did, he changed the direction of a current. For example, I'm going to take compass here somewhere. I'm going to keep compass here somewhere. Okay. Yeah, here somewhere. What happens when he started to allow some current into the circuit, it is started to move. Okay, think that it is going to move a clockwise direction. Think that it is going to move a clockwise direction when the current is flowing in this direction. Okay, so first thing is here, he observed that when he is going to increase the batteries in a circuit, it means what here? Batteries means what here? You're going to apply more current into the circuit. When he is trying to apply more current into the circuit, this is started to shake more than comparatively the less batteries there. It means here, what it means here? The magnetic strength depends on the current strength. The magnetic strength depends on the current strength. How much current you are going to apply in a circuit, that much magnetic strength you are going to get in the circuit here. So it means what here? Low current, low magnetic strength. Okay, low magnetic strength, and more current, more magnetic strength. This is the first point. The second point is here, when, okay, the current is flowing in this direction. Think that the current is flowing in this direction. The second time what he did, he changed the direction of a current. He changed the direction of a current, whether he wants to see that whether the direction of a magnetic also changes or not here. So what happens here, if it is like this is plus now guys, yeah, we all know this, right? So here he changed the direction of a current. Now it will become a minus, and this is the plus, and the current is flowing in this direction. Yes or no? The current is flowing in this direction. At that time, what happens here? This is also going to change the direction. This is also going to change the direction. This is what he observed by doing the electric current, how the magnetic field it works. It is what he observed. You have to keep two things in your mind from throughout the lesson. That is, first one is magnetic. Just the magnetic strength is depends on the current strength. The first point is here magnetic strength is depends on the current strength. It means here how much current you are allowing into the circuit, how much current is there in a particular wire, you will get the magnetic strength also. If you are allowing more current to the same wire, then you will get a more magnetic strength there. Clear? This is the first point. Throughout the lesson, you have to keep it in your mind. More current, more magnetic field, more magnetic strength, less current, less magnetic strength. Okay, so how it works, let us see later. The second point is here, when you change the direction of a current, when you change the direction of a current, so the direction of a magnetic also changes. The direction of a magnetic also changes. These are the two important points here. Clear? Have you understood this much? So, his research later created the technology such as a radio and television. His research later created the technology of a television and a radio. Okay, this is about the introduction of a magnetic. Okay, how we found that one and how the electric circuit and how the magnetic effect of how the electric current and the magnetic both are related here. Have you understood? Yeah. Let us come to the example. So we all are played with the magnets, children, isn't it? So at we were in your age, we used to have a magnet in our compass box. I don't know whether you guys have or not. So take a two magnets. Okay, I don't have here to show you experimentally. Please excuse for that. You just, if you have, you can take and do it me there. Clear? Take two magnets. Okay. So what you need to do here, you just keep them apart each other. You just keep them some distance each other. Okay, so just to check whether both the magnets are attracting or repelling, or do you feel any force in between you in your hand, whether you are feeling or not. You can notice that one. Clear? So at this distance, if you are noticing, what you need to do, one magnet you keep in one place and another magnet you just bring it near to the another magnet. Now also you can see, and whether are you feeling any force in between the magnets there? You will feel that, right? Our hand is a sense organ. No, you can feel that. Yes or no? Yeah, you can feel the force in your hand there. Okay, you try to leave the one magnet there. Definitely it will fall down. Definitely it will fall down. What you do again, third time or fourth time, you just take them very nearer to each other. At that time, you will feel some force in between your hand. You will feel some force in between your hand, that you feel that this magnet is attracting this magnetic, or this magnet is attracting this, that they are going to attract each other there. So what happens? You just leave one magnet there. It will not going to fall down. It is going to attract by the another magnet. Is going to attach to the another magnet here. Then what it shows here? This experiment shows here. See, you are keeping two magnets away. Both magnets are same only what you kept from the first experiment. That means what you tried with the first one, the same magnet you were having at that time also, right? So you are keeping them away from each other. At that time, you didn't feel any force in between your hands. Yeah. So again, you have tried that one. You brought that one nearer compared to the first experiment. At that time also you didn't feel any force in between, and it is not going to attract each other. They are going to repel only, because there is no force in between. When you brought them very nearer compared to the second and third one, they are going to attract each other. They are going to attach. At that time, what they do? They fix each other. What it shows here? It means here magnet has some surrounding. Magnet has some surrounding, some reason. Within that only, you can feel the magnetic field. Have you understood the meaning of magnetic field here? Magnet, if you take one bar magnet or some round, whatever it is, if you take that one, that magnet has some reason surrounding that. In between, if you take any object, like a magnet, steel or something, that time only they are going to attract. Otherwise, they don't. So here, within which it means here, magnetic field means what here? What is the surrounding you will get? What is the surrounding you will get? From that point, from within, you will get some force. That is called here magnetic field. Another example, another experiment you can do. Take some magnet here. Okay. So, okay. Take some magnet. What you need to do here? You take 2 or 3 nails here and keep nearer by the magnet, and some more nails you take, iron nails. Okay. Take them and keep away from the magnet here. Which one is going to attract towards the magnet here? Which is going to stick to the magnet here? This or this? Obviously this. We all know this, right? Obviously, these nails are going to attract by this magnet here. Why? Because this magnet has some reason in between. Within the reason only, they can have some forces. So this field, it is called as a magnetic field. This is a magnet and this is the magnetic field. Cleared it is? Yes guys, cleared it is? Yeah. So next comes here, if it is a magnetic field, you may ask me, ma'am, can we see the magnetic field? How it actually works? Okay, yes, you can see them, but in the line way. That is called here magnetic field lines. They represent themselves in a lines. Represent themselves in a lines. For that, we can do some experiment. That is, take one magnet here on a glass. Okay, what you need to do here? You need to drop some iron powder here. You need to drop some iron powder. Okay, so at this time, what happens, guys? At this time, they are going to attract. They all are in the region between where the magnetic field force gets. Okay, they are in between the region only. If it is away from the region, there is nothing to do with that one. It will be stay itself. Clear? So what happens here? They will start to arrange themselves in the way of like this. This is the way they are going to arrange themselves. When you take one magnet, and surrounding that magnet, you are going to pour some iron powder. What happens at that time? You are having that diagram in your textbook also. What happens that time? All the magnets are going towards the all the iron powder is going towards the magnet in this way. You can see this one. Means here, this is the magnetic field line. How they arrange themselves around the magnet here. This is how they arrange themselves. Clear my point? Yeah. Next is here. Here, if they're arranging like this themselves, then they will be having some properties, no? Yes, they will be having some properties. So what are the properties here? The magnetic, you feel like, see, I have shown the direction of a magnetic field lines here. Okay, these are the magnetic field lines. Clear? So how they look like here? These magnetic lines are emerging from the North Pole and merging in the South Pole. Emerging from the North Pole and merging in the South Pole. Before I say the word of North and South Pole, let me tell you guys, see, It is not like the pole, the rays, I mean, it is not like from the North Pole, the magnetic lines are coming. It is not like the North Pole magnetic rays are coming. From the where the rays are coming, no, that is the North Pole. Have you understood the word? Have you understood my statements here? It is not like the from the North Pole rays are coming. From where the rays are coming, from the where the lines are coming, that is the North Pole. Okay. For example, that is the example. See, the ray which are coming from the North Pole. See what we say, sun rises in the east. It is not like a sun rises in the east. It is like where the sun rises, that is the east. ಪೂರ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಪೂರ್ವ ಇರಲಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅದು ಪೂರ್ವ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ರೇಸ್ ಯಾಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಾರಿ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರೇಸ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ರೇಸ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ನಾರ್ತ್. ಐ ಮೇ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಬಾರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. I may take the bar like this. Here I can keep the north and here I can keep the south. Okay. So what happens here? If the rays are coming out from like this is the direction of a rays means, and this is the north. It may change north and south. You can write here or there. That is depends. It may change. But the thing is, what are the lines you are showing? What are the magnetic field lines are coming? That should be from the north. The lines should emerge from the north. Okay. So the properties, you just keep it in that one thing, mind children, always. Because this year you are getting more questions, objective questions. No, these kind of questions you might get. Okay. Let me tell you that later. So here what happens? The magnetic lines are coming from the North Pole to, it means here they are emerging from the North Pole and merging in the South Pole. This is the first property. Can you see that one? Can you see? Yes, this is they are coming from the north, right? Even here also they are coming from the North Pole and they are merging in the South Pole. Understood? Second one, this is happens outside the magnet. This happens outside the magnet. So what is the first property here? Outside the magnet, the magnetic field lines are emerging from the North Pole and converging in a South Pole. Sorry, merging in a South Pole. Outside the magnet, which are the magnetic field lines are coming from a North Pole. They are going to, it coming means what here? Emerging from the North Pole. They are merging in a South Pole. Second one, inside the magnet, all the magnetic lines are inside the magnet, all the magnetic lines are going to south to north. Inside the magnet, all the magnetic lines are going to south to north. Understood? You will get the question like what happens when the electromagnetic lines are going to outside the magnet, whether they are going north to pole or pole to north. Outside north to pole, inside south, outside north to south, sorry, north to south, inside south to north. Okay, once they are emerging and merging here means they have to go like this, no? Yes or no? This is what happens. This is the second property. Okay, third property. Can you see this one? Where you feel a more magnetic field here, where you feel a more magnetic force in this? In the edges of the magnet, no? Yes or no? In the edges of the magnet, you can feel the more magnetic field from North Pole and the South Pole. In the poles, you are having more concentric, more magnetic field, because you can see the lines here. Here rushing towards a pole here. Okay, so you are having more magnetic field in the poles here. Okay, and fourth property is you can see them in a loop. You can see them in a loop. Okay, and in these two places you can see the less magnetic field, less magnetic strength from this and middle portion of this one. Here and here you can see the less magnetic field. Okay, and another property is what here? See, these lines do not intersect each other. These magnetic lines do not intersect each other. These are the very important 5 properties. Okay, they might ask you for 2 marks. They might ask you for this one 2 marks. Okay, very simple, guys. You have to don't behead them. Very simple. What you need to do here, whenever the magnetic field lines are coming from north to north, means whenever the magnetic field are coming from north to south pole, it means here they are emerging from a north pole and merging in a south pole outside the magnet. Outside the magnet. Okay, they are moving towards a north inside the magnet. They go south to north inside the magnet. Second one. Third one, they are more concentrated at the poles. They are more concentrated. It means here you are having more rush here. No, you can see the lines here. Yes or no? You can see the lines here. Whenever you are writing the properties of this magnetic field line, you have to keep the diagram in your mind. You have to keep the diagram in your mind, so you will get the very easily. And they can represent in the loop, and they don't intersect each other. They don't intersect each other. This is what are written here. Properties of a magnetic field. Okay, everyone note down this. Concentrated at places of strong magnetic field. Concentrated at a places of strong magnetic field. Where they are having a strong magnetic field? In the poles. Okay, the second one is here, spreads apart at the places of weak magnetic field. Spread apart at the places of weak magnetic field. Where here? This. Here they spread apart where the magnetic field is weak. Where the magnetic field is weak. Okay, next one, outside the magnetic field, lines goes from north to south. This is the magnet, they are going outside. So outside the magnetic field, magnetic lines are going from north to south. Inside the magnetic field, lines goes from south to north. Inside the magnetic field, lines goes from south to north here. Understood? So the last one is here, field lines never intersect each other. Field lines never intersect each other. Definitely you will get a one question among all this. They may ask you to write the properties of a magnetic field for 2 marks. If they don't, then if you are given, they are going to give you objective questions, then you will get some questions like, what is the direction of a magnetic field lines outside a bar magnet? What is the direction of a magnetic field outside the bar magnet? What is the direction of a magnetic field outside the bar magnet? It is from north to south. Inside the magnetic field, south to north. Okay, any questions you may get from this. Clear, children? Yeah, this is about the properties of a magnetic field. Understood? Yeah, what you learned now? What is magnetic field? Okay, can you show this in a magnetic field in a diagram? Means how can you see that one? Yes, you can see, but in the way of a magnetic lines, because they arrange themselves in this way. So they can show in the magnetic lines. So 5 very important properties. Okay, 5 very important properties. And what is the relation between current and the magnetic field here? And very important point is here, when you are going to keep it in your mind, these 2 points, guys. When you are going to increase current in a circuit, what happens? Magnetic field also increases. When you're, if it is a low current, low magnetic field, high current, high magnetic field. Clear? The second point is here, if the direction of a current is changes, the direction of a magnetic field also changes. The direction of a current changes, the direction of a magnetic field also changes. Okay, these 2 points. And third point is here, magnetic has some reason, within that only you can feel some forces, within that only that magnet has a attracting, repelling power. It means here, that is called here magnetic field, right? Yeah, within which we can feel the magnetic force. So that is called here magnetic field. Understood? And last comes here, you can see that one, how they arrange themselves. When you keep one magnetic bar and spread some iron surrounding that magnetic bar, you feel the how it is connected, how they are going to attract towards the magnet. This is how you can show in a line. This is how they represent themselves in the line way. It means here they are, yeah, this is how about. And next comes here properties of magnetic field lines. Next comes here properties of magnetic field here. What are the properties of magnetic field here? The lines which are coming from the north pole, emerging from the north pole, they are going to merge in the south pole. Okay, that is outside the bar magnet. Okay, inside the bar magnet, they are going from south to north. Okay, in the poles, they are very there will be a more magnetic field because they are having a more magnetic field lines. You can see that one. Okay, in between this part, they are going apart because here it is a less magnetic field, and they never intersect each other. Have you cleared this point? Yeah, this much you have to understand. And next comes here magnetic field due to current through a straight conductor. Magnetic field due to a current through a straight conductor. Let us see what happens if you are having straight conductor. If you are having a straight conductor. So again, what you need to do, guys, here, take one wire. Okay, wire means you are not going to touch this bare hand. No, wire. This is a wire here. Think that this is the direction of a current here. Okay, so again, I'm putting some iron powder surrounding this wire. Okay, yeah. After this, we are going to allow some current into this wire. What happens at that time? When you allow some current to this wire, these magnets will start to arrange themselves in a circular way. These magnets will start to arrange themselves in a circular way. Understood? So here it might be in this direction. It might be in this direction. Understood? So again, I'm going to draw here one more diagram, and the same wire and same current, how much current that is passed in this wire, the same current I'm going to pass, but the direction of a current is changes. But the direction of a current is here changing. What I am doing here, the current is flowing opposite to this one. At this time, what happens, guys? Again, I am putting some iron powder surrounding this wire. What happens here? What I told you initially, when the current direction is changes, magnetic field lines also changes. The direction of a magnetic field also changes here. Think that if it is flowing like this means, and this again they are arranging themselves in a circular way, but the direction is changed. What happens here? But the direction of the lines are here, magnetic field lines, it is changed. What it shows exactly here then? What it shows here? Magnetic field due to the current through a straight conductor. It means here, if you are taking one straight conductor, okay, so it depends on the current, how much it is passing in this wire. According to that, you will get a magnetic field in a circular way. How you get this one? In a circular way, in a concentric way. It means here this conductor only will be the center point, and these all the you will get in the circular way. This is the first one. Second is here, when you change the direction of a current, the change of, you can observe that one, the direction of a magnetic field lines also changes. The direction of a magnetic field lines also here changes. Clear? Yeah, this is about this one. It means here magnetic field generated by the straight conductor, the strength depends on the current. The strength depends on the magnitude of the current. This is the first point. The second point here, direction of a magnetic field is depends on the direction of a current. This is the second point. Third point is here, it depends on the object from which place you are keeping away from the wire there. We know that no, because the magnet has some reason surrounding it, one in between that only it can have some force in between. If it is away from that boundary, it means here magnet has some boundary, isn't it? If at any object, if you keep the nearer by the wire, that should be near by the, I mean, in surrounded within the boundary to attract to the current or wire or magnet there. Clear? Yeah. Next comes here, right hand thumb rule. It is difficult to understand what I said here. Which is the from where the lines are coming, from in what way, which direction the lines are coming from. There, that pole is the, I mean, that is the North Pole, isn't it? That is the North Pole. How to understand this one? It is given here. What is this? Right hand thumb rule. Maxwell's right hand thumb rule. It shows clearly that one, how the magnetic field lines are coming if the direction of a current is whether straight line, parallel, downwards, like this. Okay, so what you need to do here, just you have to use your right hand. Don't go for a left hand, guys. This is opposite of this one. Just you have to use the right hand. Okay, so here this thumb shows us a direction of a current. This thumb shows us a direction of a current. It means here the direction of a current is like this. The direction of a current is like this. What are these folded fingers are there? No, like this. What are the folded fingers are there? No, this shows here the direction of a magnetic field lines. This shows here the direction of a magnetic field lines. Have you understood this one? Clear my point? Think that you are holding like this. The direction of a current is downwards. It means here this is the North Pole. The direction of a magnetic field lines are like this. It means here this is the North Pole, which is coming from, the lines are coming, the emerging lines are like this. So this is the North Pole, and these fingers shows the direction of a magnetic field lines. This is the direction of a current. Okay. In your textbook, you are having that one. Yeah, they are also showing the finger. Yeah, these are the magnetic field lines, and this is the direction of a current. This is called here right hand thumb rule. Maxwell's right hand thumb rule. Okay, so you may ask me in the exam, they may ask you to draw the diagram of this. Clear? Have you understood this one? Any doubts here, guys? Okay, when you are using the conductors in a straight line, what happens here? All the magnetic field lines are showing in a circular way, in the concentric way. If you change the direction of a current, they are also going to change their direction of a lines there, magnetic field lines. Understood? Yeah. And next comes here, magnetic field due to current through a circular loop. This is very interesting. Let us see. Magnetic field due to current through a circular loop. Okay. Let us see what happens here. If you can show this in experimentally, no, this is very easy, guys. So you can also understand very easily, but you just try to understand here. What I said you before this one, if you have a current passing wire like this, and the current is in the direction. Okay, so what happens here? You can see the magnetic field lines like this. Is it true? You can see the magnetic field line like this, isn't it? So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to fold this wire. I'm going to fold this wire. See, yeah, I can use this wire. Here one wire is there. Okay, this is one single wire here. Only this much I'm going to take. Okay, think that this is one straight wire here. What we learned here, magnetic field due to a current through a straight conductor. This is one straight conductor. At this straight conductor, what happens if you have some magnetic field around this, means they all are in a circular. They all are arranging themselves in a circular. Now what I am doing, I am going to take some more wire and I am folding like this. I'm going to take them some more wire and I'm folding like this. That's it, nothing else. And just taken this much wire, and I explained you what happens when you are taken any one conductor, straight conductor, all the magnetic field lines, looks like they are arranging themselves in a circular loop. Understood? When they are arranging in a circular loop, it shows like this. It shows like this. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking some more wire, or else you can take this much wire and then you can fold. It is fine. So I'm taking some more wire and I'm folding that. I'm folding that wire like this. When you have only this much, you are having a circular loops around this wire. When I'm taken this one, how it looks? It's keep on circulating, no? Yes or no? How it looks, guys? It looks like this. This is one wire. This wire only I am going to fold here. Understood? This wire only I am going to fold here. So what are the circular magnetic field lines you are going to see, no? It looks like this, no? Yes or no? It looks like this. Clear? Every single circular lines look like this, isn't it? So here, when it looks like this, this is about, we'll keep around circuit, spread some iron powder. You can see this one experimentally also, guys. You just take one conductor and you keep it this in a circular, guys, and again put some powder, iron powder surrounding this one. Again, it is going to represent themselves in a circular way only. So around circular loop, magnetic field look like a concentric circles throughout a loop across the center conductor. Across the center conductor. Okay. So one more question you will get here for objective questions. What is that? How does the magnetic field lines at the center of a circular loop looks like? How does the magnetic field lines at the center of a circular loop looks like? So for example, if you keep on drawing the circle, the answer is, guys, straight line. The answer is what here? Straight line. You may ask me, ma'am, you are saying circular loop, but now answer is the straight line. How it possible? It is there in your textbook also. Clearly they had given here. So what happens? Think that you are drawing some circles here. Okay. Some other places, what happens? It's a straight line you will get in the middle portion of a two circular loop here. It's just a portion of a circle. Straight line is what here? Just the portion of a circle here, nothing else. That is circle only. Circular loop means here circle only. We just taken it as a center concentric point, and that at that point it is a straight line. Means here that is the just a portion of a circle here. But the answer what here? Straight line. See, you can see this one. If you are going to get a more magnetic field line bricks, okay, here also we are getting magnetic field lines, and here also you are getting magnetic field lines. At this point, at the center point, what you get? Some portion you get from the circle, that is in the straight, in the middle, that is a straight line. You can see that in your textbook here. You can see that in the textbook here. Okay, so this is what happens. But yeah, this is if they ask you to show that one, you can show in this form. You can show in this form. This is also one circular loop only, circle only. You have just taken it as a part of the circle row. That is the we learned here. Okay. Next here. Yeah. Next point here, if the current flows in anti-clockwise magnetic pole, that is a north. If a current flows clockwise direction, that is the south. Anti-clockwise and a clockwise direction. You mean here, see, if you take a compass, sometimes you get a confused here whether which is the direction here. Think that, okay, like this you have, and you are going to apply some current to this. We all know that one direction of a current shows the direction of a magnetic field lines here, right? Yeah. So here it is a plus and here it is a minus. Think that here it is a, this is the North Pole. I am saying here North Pole. Why? Because this is the direction of a current here, guys. Yes or no? Where is the plus sign is now? From that place to current flows, right? So this is the direction of a current here. This is the direction of a current here. Okay. This is the North Pole, I can say. This is North Pole. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. I get confused. This is a anti-clockwise, right? This is anti-clockwise. This is a clockwise. Yes or no? This is the clockwise. This is anti-clockwise, right? So this is anti-clockwise and this is clockwise. Yeah. When the current is flowing from, when the current is flowing in the direction of anti-clockwise, that is North Pole. When the current is going flowing in the clockwise, that is the south. Don't confuse. See, this N only shows us the direction. This is the direction of a. This is a direction. This is the anti-clockwise, no? Yes or no? This is anti-clockwise. You can go for with the same with the south also. And yeah. Again, I'm going to change the direction. You can see children. I'm going to change the direction. Let us see what happens here at this point. What happens? The current flowing in this direction. What is this? This is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. Right? Yeah. So this yes only shows us. Don't get confused. See, like this. This is the direction. This is the direction. This is the direction of a current, you can say. It means here, if current flows anti-clockwise, the magnetic pole is north. If the current flows anti-clockwise, the magnetic pole is north. If the current flows in clockwise, the magnetic pole is what here? South. Understood this point here? What you learned in this? In this, we learned about the circular loop. If you are having a straight conductor, what happens? When you apply the current, you can see all the magnetic field lines will arrange in a circular loop. When you are in the same wire, you are going to take in a round way. You are going to turn in a round way so that you will get a more current here. Wire means we are going to fold it now. Yeah. So we'll get a more current. If you fold that one in every single, every single wire, every single point, you will get in this circular way like this. Okay. So one more important point, what I said here. How does the magnetic field lines at the center of a circular loop? How does the magnetic field of a center of a circular? This is the circular loop, and these are the magnetic field. How does the magnetic center of a circular means magnetic lines means that it will be the straight line. Straight line means we are not saying that one circular loop is only a straight line. It is just a part of a circle. But at the center point, it is look like a straight. At the center point of a circular loop, it is look like a straight line. Okay. So next thing is here, when the rays, when you think that one current flows anti-clockwise, that is north, and current flows clockwise, that is the direction of a south here. Are you clear here, children? What have you learned here? What is the relation between electric current and magnetic field here? Okay, how it's found? Okay, how we can see that one practically? Okay, and next, what is the magnetic field? If you are using the word magnetic field, then how it is the magnetic field? Okay, next, what are the properties of a magnet? How you can show this one? That is in the line way. They themselves represents the lines, and if it is the lines, how it shows that is in this way. Okay, what are the properties of this one? How the magnetic lines, how the magnetic represents the lines? It is emerging from north, south. These are the 5 properties, very important properties. And properties you have to learn. You might get any one of this from your objective type questions. If they may give you for a writing also. Clear? For 1 or 2 marks, it depends, isn't it? So this one, and next comes here magnetic field to do the circular loop. Okay, what happens when you change the current with the magnetic field? What happens when you change the direction of a current with the magnetic field? Clear? Yeah. And next, how you will find out very easily by using the right hand thumb rule there. Okay, this is the direction, and these are the direction of a magnetic field lines. Clear? If it is like this and like this, this is the direction of a current, and this is the direction of a magnetic field lines. Yeah. Next, when what happens? It is taken it as a circular loop when the concentric point. Okay, magnetic field lines at the center of a concentric point. What happens? They look like in a straight line. Next comes here a circular loop. What is here? Yeah, that's over circular loop. Magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. Whenever this word children gets very worried. What is the meaning of solenoid? What is the meaning of your solenoid? Let us see. Very easy actually, if you understood. Otherwise, difficult only. Yeah. Magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. Okay. So you can see in the textbook also. Let me read the definition of that one. Later, let me explain you. A coil of many circular turns. As I told you before, if you are taking one wire and you are making that circular loop, means so you will get many circular turns in it, right? Yeah. A coil of many circular turns of insulted copper wire wrapped closely in the shape of a cylinder is called solenoid. So many times this question is asked for your exam. What is solenoid? What is solenoid? Define solenoid. Okay. For example, what I'm doing here, I'm just taking some wire here. Okay. Take a wire and just take a wire and coil them, guys. This is simple. I'm going to tell you. I'm using this wire only. Take a wire and coil them. This is the wire. This is the, what is this? This is a wire. This much what is straight conductor. Okay. In this straight conductor, what happens here? Magnetic field lines are going, arranging themselves. It represents like in a circular loop. When we turn this one, every point you can see the circular loop where everywhere here. Okay. So this only the circular loop. What I am doing? I'm just coiling them. What I am doing? I'm just coiling them. This is called solenoid. What is this called here? Mommy. Wait. Let me show you. Yeah. This is the wire. You are going to coil it. You are going to coil it. This is solenoid. That's it. While writing the definition, you have to use these words. But if you want to understand very easily, this is the solenoid here. Understood? So, solenoid means you can show that one. Take a wire and coil them in a circular way. This is called here solenoid. Okay. So, only one thing you have to, you may ask me, ma'am, all the wires are solenoid or what? All the coil wires, when what you said, when you turn like this is the solenoid. Is all the wires are solenoid? Only one reason is there, children. Only one option you have to keep it in your mind. So, length of this wire should be greater than the diameter. Length of this wire should be greater than the diameter. For example, here this is one wire, children. This is one what here? This is the wire. This wire, what I have done? I have just rotated like this. So I am saying this one as a solenoid. But the one condition you have to apply, this length of the wire should be greater than the diameter of the circle. I mean the diameter of the wire here. Diameter means you know, no? Yes or no? This is the circle and this is the diameter. radius, yeah, sorry. This is a circle and this is the diameter, isn't it? So what the distance you get now in between these? Think that this one is a wire. This wire I kept like this. I arranged this wire in this way. Understood? So what I am saying here, this length of the wire should be greater than the diameter of the wire. Then only you can say it as that is a solenoid. Okay, how you will understand that one? And this should be wrapped. Wrapped means what, children? You need some security, no? You can't go and touch the wire, any iron wire directly. The surrounding the iron wire, you will be having some plastic, no? So it should not harm us. So this diameter should be less than the length of the wire. This is the length of the wire, no? This is the length of the wire and this is the diameter, means here what? That should be greater than wire here, right? So length of wire should be greater than the diameter of the wire. Understood? So you are keeping them in a circular loop. Yeah, this is called here solenoid. Understood? Okay. Let us see the remaining things in the next class. I hope you all cleared with the points what I explained from the first one. Okay, make sure that one you have to practice the properties of a magnetic field lines, how it shows in a diagram, how it shows them a magnetic lines. Okay, and when you take the conductors, straight conductor, what happens with the magnetic field lines? When you term them, what happens with the magnetic field lines, and what is the meaning of solenoid? What is the definition of a solenoid? Clear? The definition you can take it from the textbook only. Okay, if it is there in the exercise part, where there is the